Europe is famous for its postcard-perfect cities, Paris, Zurich, and Oslo, but living in those dream destinations often comes with a nightmare price tag. Housing, groceries, transport, and daily life can easily drain a fortune. But what if you could enjoy Europe's culture, beauty, and history without breaking the bank? The truth is, not every European city demands millionaire status. Beyond the luxury capitals and tourist traps, there are places where life is affordable, communities are vibrant, and you can actually build a comfortable lifestyle on an ordinary income. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 cheapest cities to live in Europe based on real-world costs like rent, food, and transportation, and yes, they're still safe, beautiful, and full of opportunities. Let's begin. Number 5. Bucharest, Romania. Bucharest, once known as the Little Paris of the East, has transformed from a post-communist capital into one of Europe's most affordable and underrated cities to live in. With grand architecture, lively nightlife, and a growing tech scene, it offers the charm of Western Europe at a fraction of the cost. The average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center is just 500 to 600 euros, while outside the city core you can find good places for around 350 euros. That's less than a quarter of what you'd pay in London or Paris. Utilities add about 100 euros per month, and public transport passes cost barely 15 euros. Beyond affordability, Bucharest is modern and vibrant. The city boasts a thriving cafe culture, co-working spaces, and some of the fastest internet speeds in the world. Expats are moving here in growing numbers, drawn by the combination of low costs and urban energy. The downside? Salaries remain relatively low, and bureaucracy can be frustrating. But if you're freelancing, working remotely, or living off international income, Bucharest delivers an unbeatable quality of life for the price. Affordable, energetic, and full of history, Bucharest earns its place as one of Europe's best budget-friendly capitals. Number 4. Kraków, Poland. Kraków isn't just Poland's cultural heart. It's also one of the most affordable major cities in Europe. Once the royal capital of Poland, this historic city blends medieval architecture, cobblestone streets, and a youthful energy that makes it both charming and surprisingly livable on a budget. The average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Kraków Center sits around 600 to 700 euros, while outside the city, you can easily find modern flats for 400 to 500 euros. Utilities rarely exceed 120 euros, and public transportation is efficient and cheap. Monthly passes cost around 25 euros. Groceries and dining are also budget-friendly. A meal at a local restaurant averages 8 to 12 euros, a coffee costs about 2.50 euros, and even a night out with drinks rarely crosses 30 euros. For perspective, living in Kraków costs nearly 60% less than in Western capitals like Paris or Copenhagen. But low cost doesn't mean low quality. Kraków is known for its beautiful old town, the Wawel Castle, and one of the best preserved medieval squares in Europe. The city has a large student population, vibrant nightlife, and an emerging startup scene supported by low business costs and high English proficiency. A couple can live comfortably here for around 1,500 euros a month, including rent, food, and entertainment, or even less for solo expats who keep things simple. Healthcare is affordable, safety levels are high, and the city's proximity to other European hubs like Prague, Vienna, and Budapest makes travel easy. The one catch? Winters can be harsh, and salaries are still modest compared to Western Europe. But if you work remotely or earn foreign income, Kraków offers an unbeatable combination of history, modern comfort, and affordability. It's the kind of city where you can sip coffee on a centuries-old square, take weekend trips across Europe, and still save money at the end of the month, something nearly impossible in most other capitals. Number 3. Sofia, Bulgaria. Tucked at the foot of the Vitosha Mountains, Sofia is one of Europe's best-kept secrets. A capital city that combines mountain views, deep history, and remarkably low living costs. It's not as flashy as Paris or Vienna, but for those seeking comfort and affordability, Sofia delivers an unbeatable deal. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center is just €500, and you can find modern units outside the center for around €350 to €400. Utilities and internet rarely exceed €100 per month, and a public transportation pass costs only €25. Dining out is where Sofia really shines. A full three-course meal at a good restaurant costs about €20 for two people, and coffee? Barely €1.50. Groceries are 40 to 50% cheaper than the EU average, making everyday living feel effortless even on a modest budget. A single person can live comfortably in Sofia for around €1,000 a month, including rent, food, transportation, and entertainment. For couples, €1,500 to €1,700 easily covers a comfortable lifestyle with savings to spare. Beyond affordability, Sofia offers quality. The city has a growing tech industry and a large community of digital nomads and expats thanks to Bulgaria's low taxes and high-speed internet. The surrounding nature is stunning. Locals go skiing in winter and hiking in summer, all within minutes of the city center. The downsides? Bureaucracy can be slow, and infrastructure still shows its age in some districts. But the benefits far outweigh the inconveniences. Sofia gives you the European lifestyle, cafe culture, good food, and easy travel access, without the financial strain. In short, Sofia is the kind of city where you can enjoy your morning espresso with mountain views, work remotely for a few hours, and still have enough left in your wallet for dinner out and a weekend getaway. Affordable, safe, and full of character, Sofia deserves its spot as one of Europe's cheapest and most livable capitals. Number 2, Budapest, Hungary. Budapest might look like a city built for millionaires. Grand architecture, world-famous spas, and riverside views that rival Paris. But beneath the beauty lies one of Europe's best value-for-money capitals. The Hungarian capital manages to feel both luxurious and affordable, offering a rich lifestyle that doesn't break the bank. Let's talk costs first. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment in central Budapest averages around €700 to €800, while outside the center, you can find modern places for €500 to €600. Utilities rarely exceed €120, and high-speed internet is around €15 per month. A monthly public transport pass costs €25, giving access to trams, buses, and the metro, one of Europe's oldest and most reliable systems. Dining out is pleasantly inexpensive. A hearty meal at a local restaurant costs around €10 to €12, a cappuccino is about €2, and even a night at a mid-range bar rarely goes over €25 for a few drinks. Groceries are around 40% cheaper than Western Europe, and even imported goods are reasonably priced. A single person can live comfortably in Budapest for €1,200 a month, while a couple can enjoy a well-rounded lifestyle at €1,800, including rent, meals out, and leisure. It's a rare European capital where you can still live well without feeling squeezed by costs. Beyond affordability, Budapest is stunning. The city straddles the Danube River, with the historic Buda Castle on one side and the bustling Pest on the other. Thermal baths, jazz bars, and centuries-old cafes create an old-world charm mixed with a vibrant modern culture. Budapest is also a favorite among remote workers. Co-working spaces are everywhere, the internet is fast, and Hungary's digital nomad visa makes long-term stays simple. The only caution is inflation. Prices have crept up recently, but compared to Paris, Berlin, or Copenhagen, Budapest still feels refreshingly affordable. At night, when the bridges over the Danube glow and the Parliament building lights up, it's hard to believe this level of beauty is accessible on such a modest budget. For those chasing both culture and cost efficiency, Budapest is as close as Europe gets to a budget paradise. Number 1. Lisbon, Portugal. Lisbon is one of those rare cities that captures everything people love about Europe: sunshine, culture, great food, and a relaxed way of life. Yet it remains remarkably affordable compared to other Western capitals. Once considered a hidden gem, Lisbon has grown in popularity over the past decade, but it still offers one of the best balances of cost, quality, and charm anywhere on the continent. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center sits around 900 to 1,100 euros, while outside the core, modern units go for 700 to 850 euros. That's higher than Eastern Europe, but still a bargain compared to Paris or Amsterdam, where similar flats can easily cost 3 times as much. Utilities average 120 euros per month, and public transport passes cost about 40 euros, covering trams, metro, and buses. Daily living is where Lisbon truly shines. A meal at a local restaurant costs around 10 euros, and even a 3-course dinner for 2 rarely exceeds 40 to 50 euros. Coffee culture is everywhere. A classic espresso costs barely 1 euro, and groceries are 30 to 40% cheaper than the European average. A single person can live comfortably on 1,400 euros per month, and a couple can enjoy a full, comfortable lifestyle around 2,000 euros, including rent and leisure. Beyond affordability, Lisbon offers something money can't always buy: quality of life. The city enjoys over 280 days of sunshine per year, coastal breezes, and views that make every evening feel cinematic. The pace is slower, the people are friendly, and the food, from seafood to pastries, is world-class without the luxury price tags. Lisbon has also become a magnet for remote workers and entrepreneurs. Portugal's tax incentives, strong Wi-Fi, and welcoming visa programs have drawn in expats from all over the world. Despite the influx, the city has managed to retain its local soul. Pastel-painted neighborhoods, vintage trams, and soulful fado music drifting through old taverns. The only caveat? As popularity grows, prices are slowly rising, especially in tourist-heavy areas like Alfama or Barro Alto. But even with that, Lisbon remains a steal compared to most Western capitals. It offers everything: beauty, culture, and an easygoing lifestyle for a fraction of the cost. Lisbon isn't just Europe's cheapest gem, it's proof that you don't need to be rich to live richly. Europe doesn't have to mean high prices and luxury living. Cities like Bucharest, Kraków, Sofia, Budapest, and Lisbon show that comfort, culture, and quality of life are still possible without millionaire money. Whether you're a remote worker, expat, or simply dreaming of a fresh start, these 5 cities prove that affordable living in Europe isn't a fantasy. It's a plane ticket away.